Okay, so what we have here is Nevada lawmakers passing a bill to make sure that all voters, all registered voters in the election in November will be mailed mail-in ballots so that they can cast their vote through the mail. Okay, so the governor is expected to sign this soon, hasn't signed it yet, but is expected to sign this. And as you can imagine, Trump's not happy about it. So let's take a look from the article. There's actually a paragraph in here where they concisely sum it up perfectly. So let's take a look at that. All right, so this paragraph sums it up about perfectly. Nevada is among several states that have moved to expand mail-in voting so that Americans can vote during the pandemic without having to go to the polls where they could be at risk of contracting or spreading the coronavirus, which has infected more than 4.6 million people and killed more than 154,000 in the United States. So this seems like a no-brainer to me. This seems like it sums it up pretty good. There is a threat to people's health if they go to the polls. So we're going to try to present a safer way to do this, right? So that people can vote and not have to risk their lives doing it. Well, of course, this has been politicized because of the president, that mail-in ballots are a source of fraud, and he's already planting the seed so that when he loses, he can say that he actually won. Right? Because he's putting that doubt in there right now. So let's keep in mind that the top ranking election official in Nevada state is a Republican and has admitted that when they did the same thing for the primary, which was held in May, there were no cases seen of fraudulent activity. There was no suspicion, no reason to think that any kind of fraudulent behavior was taking place. So where's all the fraud then? If there's supposedly going to be all this fraud when we vote this way, where is it? And we're not seeing it anywhere. The only thing that we have is Trump saying that it's going to happen. But he needs to put doubt into people's minds so that when he loses, he can say, no, look, I really won. We knew this was going to happen with these mail-in ballots, but I really won, right? He's not on the side of the people and the health. He's on the side of himself getting reelected. So let's check out this tweet that Trump sent out about this law that's taking place in Nevada. In an illegal late-night coup, Nevada's clubhouse governor made it impossible for Republicans to win the state. Post office could never handle the traffic of mail-in votes without preparation, using COVID to steal the state. See you in court. Okay. This is actually a work of art. I cannot believe the amount of nonsense that occurs in, four sentences here? 3 sentences? 4 sentences? 4 sentences. It's all full of nonsense. So first of all, in an illegal late-night coup, there's nothing illegal about what's taking place, right? It's all gone through the proper channels in Nevada. The state legislatures put it up. The governor's about to sign it. That's how laws work, okay? And it wasn't late at night. The bill was passed by the state lawmakers Sunday afternoon, and the governor hasn't signed it yet. So what is the part about the late night? You see how he throws these things in, he throws stuff in here that doesn't mean anything. There's no relation at all to reality. It's not illegal. It didn't even happen at night. And what if it did happen at night? Good. People are working hard to fix things at night so that people are safe. That would be a good thing, but whatever. In an illegal late night coup, Nevada's clubhouse governor made it impossible for Republicans to win. Again, admitting that when people vote, Republicans lose, right? He said this, blatantly before. We can check those videos again. Post office could never handle the traffic of mail-in votes without preparation. That is nonsense. You know how much garbage and trash I get stuffed in my mailbox every day between big newspaper type coupons telling me what's on sale this weekend, junk to get me to refinance my house every day. Why don't you just hold the refinance junk trash one extra day and instead just deliver all the ballots? There's no reason to believe that the post office couldn't do this, except there is, except for the changes that Trump is imposing on the post office itself, right? So he put his donor in charge, right? Not because this person has a history with the post office, but because they donated a lot to Trump. So he said, okay, you now run the post office. And they're now implementing procedures that could actually slow down service, right? So they're doing things like not hiring right now and not allowed to work overtime. So in other words, once you hit a certain point in your workday, if the mail isn't delivered, you stop and you come back the next day. Yeah, so if you intentionally impose limitations on the post office, then they might not be able to actually do the deliveries that they're supposed to do. So which is it? You're trying to break down the post office and then you're going, oh, hey, the post office can't handle all this. Yes, because you're putting limitations on them, keeping them from being able to do their constitutional duty that we all need them to do, which is to let us vote, right? It's literally in the Constitution. We got to find ways to get us all to vote. Then we've got using COVID to steal the state, followed by see you in court. So the big threat that this is all going to go to court, there'll be court battles over this. Okay, let's see them. Right? Let's see them. I don't think you're going to be able to stop this. There is a growing number of states who are going to be able to vote by mail. The real threat is if Trump does keep attacking the post office, we are going to see a post office that may have difficulty trying to get these ballots delivered. Not the way it is now, the way they're imposing these rules right now on the post office, right? We've got trillions and trillions of dollars to give to major corporations, but we didn't have money to help out the post office, who apparently is very necessary in all of us being able to exercise our right to vote. It's corrupt and it's bizarre and it doesn't make any sense. So we really need to pay attention to what's going on to the post office and make sure that in the next 3 months, it doesn't degrade further and further and further than it already has. There's already been an attack on the post office and it is increasing, ongoing attack, so that all the ballots in California, all the ballots in Nevada and Washington and all the other states that have a large vote by mail contingent can do that, and they can actually see their rights realized. Okay. Thanks for checking out the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can get all the new content as it becomes available. I do stream on YouTube 6 p.m. Pacific on Saturdays, and I'm streaming regularly throughout the week on Twitch. I'd love you, for those of you who use Twitch, get on over there. Check out my channel. It's Political Perspective over there as well. Check it out. I'd love to have a conversation, get interactive with you guys and gals, see what you have to say about it, and we will see you in the future.